How you going, guys, and welcome to another episode of Skullcam. Quick update on the van. I've got some bad news and some good news. Check this out. On these vans, the motor's under the seat. That's really annoying, especially when you got to do work on the motor. Anyway, guys, you won't be able to see this, but right down in there where you can barely reach, I had to pull this one out, the alternator. So yeah, the battery stopped charging, the alternator died. Well, that's the bad news. And the good news is, guys, I got a lift into town and I bought a brand new alternator. I'll stick it down next to the old one and compare them. Have a look. Unwrap it. There we go. Nice and shiny. There's the old one. Check out the sound difference. Old one and the new one. Anyway, guys, taking the old one out, I'm about to put the new one in. There's my random dodgy tools I'm working with. It's got to go in there under the seat, right down the bottom, in the side where you can barely reach. So a quick update. I've got the new one in. It's not tightened up yet. I just got to tighten it up. But I just wanted to show you how bad this van is, guys. Look at my arms. Look at the grease. And yeah, check this one out. Just as bad. But that's what you get for buying a $500 van. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to need a few things changing, a bit of fixing up. I'm sure you didn't click on my channel to watch me build a van. You want to see pocket bikes? Let's go. I got you outside with the pocket race bike. It's just been sitting in the garden shed. It's still got the mud all over the back tyre. A heap of mud up on the exhaust there. Not sure if you can see down there, but it's full of mud. And it's also just like really greasy, guys. So what we're going to do, we've got some degreaser down here. It's a different brand than last time. We'll see how it goes. So we'll give it a degrease and then we're going to hose it off, guys. I'm not sure how the degreaser is going to work on the mud, but we'll see how that goes. And then after we hose it off, we're going to dry it off and give it a spray with WD-40, stop it from rusting. So we're back here in the room with both the pocket bikes. The pocket stunt bike we built up in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, go down, check out my channel. And also the pocket race bike, we built up that a while ago. We've done a few videos on that. But the whole point of this is to do a few videos, build up one good bike out of both of these. A bike that I can take down to the racetrack and do a few laps. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is choose a bike or choose a frame. I think I'm going to go with that one. This bike's already going. It's the most complete. And yeah, pinch some good parts off this one, like the exhaust pipe, the slick wheels, maybe the handle grips. But before we do any of that, guys, what we're going to do is take off one of the carbs. That's the best engine I have. Maybe take the carburetor off that one. It already has the carbon fibre reed. There's the carby down in there, guys. Here we go, skull cammers, big bore carburetor mod. So we've taken the carburetor off. Next step is to strip it down and get to the main body. We finally got down to the body of the carburetor. What you're going to need is a carbide burr. So that's it there. Just like that. I just stick it in the end of the drill. And if you can, guys, try and get yourself an old carburetor body to practice on. This one here is broken. You can see where that pin goes through. The other tab's snapped off. And this is the good one. Still got both the tabs. Next step, what you're trying to do is bore out the intake side of the carburetor. This is the good one. We haven't done any work to it, and you can see it's got the fat bulge sort of in there, and there's an outside lip you can see. And I'll just grab this old one where I've already done some work on it, and I've bored out all the way that bulge you can see on the other one, all the way out to the outside lip. Here's a comparison side by side. This is the standard one, and this is the one that's been bored out. You can see the difference. See the bulge in that one still, then that one cones in nice and smooth. So after you finish doing the work with the drill and the carbide bit, you get a little file, just a small round one, and keep going. Smooth that lip up nice and even. Do it as neat as you can. It's important, only do the intake side and don't go all the way through. Stop before you even get to this section. Don't touch that section at all. And the actual lip in there, don't even touch that. Maybe make it a little smoother, but don't change the shape of it because it'll interfere with the slide. On the engine side, you probably just want to leave that alone. You don't touch that. Make sure it's clear of the gasket and there's no like filings or burrs sticking out. But other than that, leave that side alone. And you're mainly just working on the intake side to create more air volume and less restrictions on the air coming into the intake. If you already have a drill and a grinder bit, it's basically free to do. And between the carburetor mod, the carbon fibre reed and the race pipe, it's going to make a good difference on the bike. One last thing before I end this video, guys, I want to give a big shout out to JSpec Ricer for sending me some fan mail. We got a little note. They sent me some cash, some American dollars. I'm in Australia, so I'll hang on to that one if I go overseas one day. Awesome. He also sent the intake manifold with the double boost bottle setup, so could even possibly stick that on this bike one day. Look forward to that episode. And as well, the hose to go with it. Awesome. JSpec Ricer, go check out his channel. If you want to stay up to date with the build we're doing at the moment, don't forget, click the bell, subscribe, and as usual, guys, I'm going to take this one out with a few shout outs just to show my appreciation. That's a wrap. First shout out goes to Dat Moto Kid. There you go, guys, go check out his videos. Second shout out goes to Hustle B. There you go, guys, go check him out.